What up? It's your boy AJ back with Daily Sports Talk. We got a short one today. It was only about 3 games last night. Some good narratives last night, but it's only 3 games, so we'll see what we can do. Let's jump right into it. We had the Clippers Hawks game. The Hawks actually ended up winning that game, 108-99. Trae Young had a big game. No Paul George for the Clippers, and no Kawhi for the Clippers. Against a team that, when they're hot, they can score. They can score a lot of points, being the Hawks. And the Clippers put up a pretty good fight the first half. They kept the game close. But in the third quarter, the Hawks started to hit shots a lot, and they were able to force turnovers for the Clippers and capitalize on that. They ended up winning the third quarter 33-22, and then they finished out the fourth 32-29. The Clippers never really, I wouldn't say they went away. They shot poorly from the three, missing Paul George, which is one of the league leaders in 3-pointers right now, and Kawhi. You're not gonna make as many 3-pointers. They put up 26, only made 8 of them. They shot well from the free throw line, but the Hawks shot nearly perfect from the free throw line.
I used to ruin the curve in high school.
Need that. Shot nearly perfect from the free throw line. Made 10 threes on the same amount attempts, and they were just able to outscore the Clippers last night. And the Clippers just didn't have enough firepower to really get them back in the game. The Hawks defense in the third quarter kind of created that gap for them, and then they never really got cold. They just continued to press the pedal down and continue to apply the pressure, and they ended up getting the win. So it's a good win for the Hawks. I mean, of course, not a full strength Clippers team, but even without their 2 top guys, they're still a pretty good team, and a good win for the Hawks. They're 9-8 now on the season. And then we got probably the best narrative for the night. Bradley Beal returns to meet his former teammate John Wall. It's just sad. It's really sad for me, being from this area. That would be my home team if there was a home team for us. I'm a Baltimore guy, so I'm the Ravens guy, but we don't have a basketball team. The closest would be DC. And it's really just sad seeing such a great player in such a terrible position. And he signed that long contract extension. And, so it seems like he's sort of stuck there. It's just really sad. And after the game, he was sitting there just shaking his head. The Rockets aren't a great team. They're really not a great team. They can play well, but they're not a great team. And they're a fairly new team, so they still have building pains, growing pains. And for them to just annihilate the Washington Wizards last night, it was just embarrassing. It was embarrassing. I'm sure that Bradley Beal felt all sorts of ways after the game. He had 33, 5 and 4. They lose 107-88, and in the fourth quarter they get blown out 32-18. It was just, it's just I feel bad for him. Just get the guy some help. Matter of fact, no. Actually, I'm tired of saying that. Don't get the guy help. Move him. 19, 11, and 7 from Russ. Just leave Russell Westbrook there. Let it be his team. Let it be his show. He can take 100 shots a game if he wants. Let it be just Russ there, because that's what he wanted anyways. And just move Bradley Beal and get some other players around Russ. He deserves that much. Bradley Beal truly deserves just that type of courtesy from the Washington organization. for all that he's done. He's stayed loyal. He's been committed there. Took a backseat to John Wall when he was there. John Wall's gone. He was out for a couple years before he even left. And Bradley Beal stayed strong, and he was there, the whole time. He just deserved a chance to play high-level basketball and compete in the playoffs. And I just think that they need to get rid of him because it's just really sad. It's awful to see it. On the Rockets, DeMarcus had a good game, 19, 11, and 2. The Rockets, they're not a great team, but they have good pieces. They just have to figure out their identity and they have to figure out how to play together, their chemistry. I don't think they're going to be like a playoff team or anything like that. But the Wizards, the storyline behind this was just get the man out of Washington, please. I mean, please. They're going to be awful with or without him. Because they're going to be the worst team in the East with or without Bradley Beal. So just get him an opportunity to go play somewhere. I mean, come on. I mean, that's a big paycheck anyways. Give it to somebody else. Get some cap room. Get some money back. Go get some players. Put them around Russ, and then you'll still have a show. But Bradley, I mean, it's just sickening. Let's go to the last game of the night. Only 3 games, like I said before. Jazz Knicks, 108-94. The Jazz took that. Austin Rivers is playing well for the Knicks, 25 points. He can score. Sometimes he gets a little too within himself and like in a mood where he just tries to go ISO and do it himself. He's not that caliber of a player where he can just take a whole game over. And you kind of saw that a little in the fourth. But the Jazz are just really, really, really good. Their defense is outstanding. They can put on a big run. They can when you turn the ball over, they capitalize. I mean, they got off to a slow start in the first, 27-18. They lost that quarter, and then they go 28 points in the second, 34 in the third, and they outscore the Knicks 28-13 in the fourth quarter to put the game out of reach. They're just methodical in their process and their approach to the game. And they're going to be a really, really good team. The Knicks, like I said, the Knicks can be a good team. They're streaky, though. If their players are feeling good that night and they're hitting shots, they have the guys that can play defense, and they play deep into the rotation. They play about 11 guys. Realistically, like 9 actually, get good minutes. But the Knicks can be a good team, but up against that team last night, they're just so good on defense, and they capitalize on mistakes. 11 turnovers for the Knicks. Rebound battle, the Jazz destroyed them last night. Rudy Gobert had a good game. 19 rebounds, 18 points, 4 blocks. He was once a defensive player of the year, so the Jazz are a good unit, and it was a good win for them last night. Now we go over to the board. Quick show, guys. Quick show today. Not much change in the rankings. January 27th. Let's go player of the day. I know, all 3 games really looked a little lopsided. There wasn't really any close games. The Knicks played the Jazz well through 3 quarters, but they just wasn't enough. But if I'm going player of the day, I'm on the winning side. I can't really give the Jazz player a big player of the day for a win against the Knicks. The Rockets, that's just a mismatch. Anybody playing the Wizards is a mismatch. So I'm gonna give it to. I know that they're missing their 2 guys, but that team is number 1 in the West right now. They're deep. They have players. They're a championship team. They're made like a championship team at least. And even without those 2, they're a good quality team. And the Hawks, are one of those teams that are kind of young and they can make mistakes. So for them to not make too many mistakes and be able to put this good team and well coached team away, I'll give it to this young man right here by the name of Trae with a big 38, 5 and 3. He was great last night. He was doing it from the 3-point, letting them fly. It was a big Kobe night, and he was the big Kobe guy. The anniversary of his death, rest his soul. So, big legend. Number 2 on the all-time list, the GOAT. And Trae Young, he alluded to that before and after the game, and he had a big game for his tribute. So 38, 5 and 3. Trae Young, Ice Trae, Burr, make him cold, ice in his veins. He had a good night, and he's the player of the day for you. And then MVP race, I'll probably know more about that after tonight's games. There'll be more games on. There wasn't too much last night. Kawhi didn't even play, so that's not going to really change too much. Like, comment, subscribe. Tune in every day. Trying to get more regular with the posting times, but I'll be here. It'll be up there at some point, regardless. Every day. Check me out on IG, on Twitter, and I appreciate you guys checking in, and see if we can continue to grow this thing. See you tomorrow.